Hey everyone, so I've got my craft room set up enough to where I can um, finally start making some videos that I've been meaning to make. I got my tripod set up, still figuring out the remote control thing, so let's see how this goes. Today, because I just spent pretty much the last weekend doing it, I wanted to show you how I organize my fabric. So as you can see, these are closet-made 9 cubbies, and all of my fabric is wrapped on these boards. So I buy the boards right here. I get these from Dollar Tree, and normally these are $1 each, but you can buy them by the case online and pick them up in the store or have it shipped. And these are they're like 1/4 inch foam board that's paper backed on both sides. It's called Ready Board. And how many are in here? There's 25 in a box, and they are 20 by 30. So the way I organize my fabric is the same concept. You can do it yourself, but I wanted to keep about 1 inch from the top. You can make it go all the way to the top if you wanted. So for example, I measured my boards first of all, which these ones are 20 by 30, and I figured out how to get as many cuts of the boards as possible from this piece to save the most amount of money. So that's how I came up with this size. And mine are 10 inches tall by 8.5 inches wide. So I just took a board and I took one of my long rulers and a utility knife. And I have to make sure the blade is sharp. And then on a cutting mat, which this is a 24 by 36 cutting mat by Creative Grids, and I also have this one that I just bought as well. This one is a Zell brand, which I can put the links in the comment thing below. But anyway, this one I had to buy because my countertop, this cutting board was too tall, I guess you could say, for my countertop, because my countertop is 24 inches. This is a 24 inch, but it has gap on the bottom and top. So in essence, it's actually 25. This one is not. As you can see, it has a cutting surface of 23 inches, but it is less than 24 inches. So anyway, I will post both of those in here, but you can use any cutting mat, self-healing cutting mat, like a rotary cutting mat or anything like that. And so what I do is, what did I say they were? 10 by 8.5. Doesn't matter how many times you do something. For me, I still have to reference back and look back at things. And I think when I did this, because this is almost 30 inches long, I cut the 10 this way. By the way, it is a Sunday afternoon here in Murfreesboro, Tennessee. It is 4:10 p.m. Joe is in the garage working on organizing the workshop. My daughter is at a friend's house, hence why I'm doing a video. So after that, I use all 3. I don't care. And then 8.5. I will cut through all 3. Yeah, not at one time. That's never gonna happen. So anyway, I can get 6 pieces from a single sheet. So then most of my fabric when I buy it is at least a yard. Unless the fabric is very, very expensive, do I buy less than a yard. I like to have a yard regardless of what project I'm making, just in case I feel like doing something again. You never know, you never know. So anyway, I take my fabric, this is a Mary Poppins one, by the way, and I fold it to the size that will fit on the board with just about a 1/4 inch on the top and bottom. So for me, that was around 9.5 inches. So once I fold it and get it there, then I wrap, and I do it kind of loosely. I don't do it very tight. I wrap or I fold, and then I just take some pins. I just take some pins and then I actually pin down into the foam board on both sides. And you can hear it and feel it when it hits that foam. You just want to make sure you're not coming out the bottom or the top so it doesn't drag when you put it in. But that is how I organize my fabric. And I can do this as long as I have a end-to-end piece. Do you know what I mean? From the white end to the other white. Anyway, it will fit on here. And I try to keep my fabric on these boards as long as possible, because once they get to the point where they can't fit on a board, I can't even show you that I just have like a moving box at the moment that's full of these scraps, but I never get rid of fabric. So at some point, you know, I am still doing the English paper piecing, so I use a lot of that scrap for that, or for making end pieces to hold buckles or something like that. But yeah, I don't get rid of anything. But this is a way to showcase your fabric to where it looks organized, to where it looks uniform. And I have mine is organized. It's not just put up there all willy-nilly. So I have Christmas, I have Halloween, I have all my customs, solids. The fabric on the bolts will stay on the bolts until about 2 yards left, and then they get moved to what I like to call my mini bolts. So yeah, I should have probably led with that. Mini bolt. So that's what I make my mini bolts out of, is these foam board, and they last a good time, like a very long time. A lot of these I've had, I don't know if you can hear that, but Joe just turned on what does he call it? Anyway, it's the big vacuum in our garage that sucks up, it has tubes and it sucks up all the wood. I can't think of the name right now. But where was I? I'm so scatterbrained today. It was just on a whim that I decided to make this video. So anyway, mini bolts. Some of these are about 3 to 4 years old. So I have bought about, I would say maybe 4 or 5 of these boxes. This is my last one from last year. I haven't bought any for a while. And if you've watched previous videos, you know that I've also not bought any fabric in 2022. None whatsoever. So we'll see how that goes, because obviously why would I need to at this point? But yeah, so that's the way I organize my fabric. I think it's a great way to do it. Before I used the foam boards, I did buy the magazine, because somebody had mentioned that, and it was like, it's like a pack, and they're like hard cardboard, and you don't have to cut them. They already come the size of a magazine, and you can use those. My only problem with those was they weren't sturdy enough to hold the fabric. It was very, once you put, like, if there was anything more than a yard or even a yard, it was very flimsy. It wasn't, these are sturdy. Sturdy. They won't, you know, wobble or win or anything like that. So yes, that is that. All right. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them down below. I'm trying to remember how to do this. And if you could like this video, I would appreciate it. And you can also subscribe to my channel. And there's also a bell icon. I've been watching a lot of YouTube videos. There's also a bell icon that if you click on that, you will get notifications when I make new videos, which I hope to be making a ton more to show you more about how I organize my craft room, our new house, our new workshop, all the things. I hope we can become great friends. I have like one or two. But anyway, I appreciate all comments and thank you again for all your support and your patience while we bring our shop back up. I hope you have a great day. Did it work?